RK is a student I did a mock session with on my YouTube channel. Her visa interview lasted just a minute. In this video, I will explain why her visa interview was very short. She was interviewed by a young white man. So the visa officer requested for her I-20 and passport. So the visa officer asked, "What are you going to do at Ball State University?" RK replied, "I am going to pursue my master's degree in school counseling, and school counseling is a branch in educational psychology that seeks to provide academic support to students and also cater for psychosocial and emotional needs through counseling and therapy." So the visa officer nods and said, "Okay." Here, RK clearly articulated why she wanted to pursue a master's degree in school counseling, explaining that it's a branch in educational psychology. This shows a genuine academic goal, which is essential for a student visa application. So the visa officer asked, "What gave you the passion to pursue this course?" RK replied, "I currently work as an administrator, and from my prior knowledge of psychology, I double as a guidance coach at our home international school, and I get opportunity to listen to students' problems and challenges. And sometimes they present to me difficult situations that I lack the skills to provide them with the right support." Here, the visa officer cut in. Now you can see that she tied her choice of program to her current work experience, explaining that she already serves as a guidance coach and encounters challenges in providing adequate support to students. This background underscores her need for specialized training, which adds credibility to her intent to study in the US. The fact that her family owns a school where she currently works might have indicated to the visa officer that RK has strong ties to her home country, making it more likely that she will return after her studies in the US. So the visa officer asks again, "I can see you have a deficit. Who will take care of that?" RK replied, "My dad." So the visa officer asked, "What does he do?" RK replied, "He's a businessman into the distribution of Nestle products across three northern regions in Ghana and owns the school I currently work." Now note that RK had a graduate assistantship offer of $32,000, leaving her with a deficit of $9,000. Her dad sponsoring her with such a small deficit made it easier for her visa to be approved. When asked about her dad's job, RK confidently mentioned that her father, a successful businessman, would be sponsoring her studies. In her case, she would have been approved even if she had presented an uncle as a sponsor. The assistantship offer means she can easily finance her studies in the US. So the visa officer asked, "Okay, you were in Cyprus?" RK replied, "Yes, for a vacation." Now, I always say that travel experience is always helpful. So the visa officer asked again, "What did you do?" RK replied, "I went for a honeymoon with my ex-husband." At this point, the visa officer kept typing and looked at the stamp on her passport from the trip. RK thinks he verified how long she stayed in Cyprus. This previous travel likely demonstrated that she has respected her visa requirements in the past, which could be seen as a positive factor for her reliability to maintain her visa status. So the visa officer said, "Congratulations, I'll be approving your visa. Take this sheet. It has the instructions on how to pick up your passport." RK replied, "Thank you," while smiling. So the visa officer said again, "Have a nice day." According to RK, those sitting down waiting for their turn were surprised by how easy it was for her visa to be approved. This is because those who had their visa interviews before her had it very difficult. Overall, RK's responses aligned well with the expectations for legitimate student visa applicants. She had clear academic goals, relevant background, financial support through assistantship and her dad, and strong ties to her home country. These factors are the reason her visa was approved easily and in just a minute. The following are RK's wonderful words to you. "I feel you need to treat the visa interview with importance and look like it matters to you, and dress very well, like look your utmost best, and don't talk plenty, just answer what you are asked so that you don't fumble with your words. Just talk calmly and make your story personal. Good luck to you." So Rufka, I'm starting with you.
Okay.
Tell me about your program.
I am going to pursue my master's degree in school counseling at Ball State University. And school counseling is a branch of psychology that is more focused on providing counseling and therapy services for children and adolescents in
Why do you want to pursue this program?
basic schools and high schools. Okay, I am very passionate about mental health, and I believe that the mental health of students is very important. However, in Ghana, there are a lot of misconceptions and um, negative perceptions regarding issues of mental health. And for that reason, during my undergraduate degree as a psychology student in the University of Ghana. I conducted a research on mental health literacy among students in basic schools. And from the results, I realized that these negative perceptions and attitudes are being seeped on these students in as low as basic schools, and they don't have any regard for even their mental well-being because of how the adults think. And in my current role as an administrative assistant, I give counseling and guidance services to these students. And through that, I have realized that students and young children, especially, go through a lot that we often pay less attention to. And that's what has inspired me because some of these students come to me with issues that I do not have
How did you hear about the school?
professional. I had the school through an educational consultant after I decided to pursue my degree in the United States. And he recommended Ball State to me, telling me a lot of good things about Ball State, including the fact that they have a diverse learning and teaching environment, and also excellent academic recognition in courses relating to psychology and education. But what really compelled me to go with Ball State was the fact that after getting insights about the course, I realized that it suited all the needs of my academic and professional aspirations, making it the best fit for me because the course is geared towards providing counseling and guidance for children and adolescents, which is an area I intend to work after
And
the program.
what do you do in your current role?
I am an administrative assistant, and it's my responsibility to ensure that the day-to-day activities of the school are in line with the policies, and also we implement new policies to ensure that there's a conducive teaching and learning environment, and also just creating a positive learning environment for both like teachers and
How many
students.
schools do you apply to?
I applied to two schools,
Tell me about
Ball State and Arkansas University.
and why do you choose Ball State?
Like I said earlier on, Ball State was like the best fit for me because the course and program outline is geared towards providing counseling and guidance for young children and adolescents, which is an area that I have interest in because after the program, I intend to work in my dad's, which is a basic school.
That after the program, you want to work in your dad's school, right?
He has a basic school.
Why do you think the US is the best destination for your studies?
Okay. The United States has an excellent educational structure, and there's a lot of mental health advancements in the US. And US universities also have a lot of research opportunities and resources for psychology students, which I believe will be very beneficial for my career. And these schools also issue certificates, hold an excellent world recognition.
How did you hear about how did you get a scholarship?
I reached out to my program director, telling her about my interest in getting a position within the college. And she gave me a recommendation to the special education department, and I was asked to fill a form and send my resume and other documents. After doing that, an interview was scheduled, and yeah, right after the interview, I was told that they wanted to work with me, and that was how I got the position.
Okay, and do you know anyone in the US?
Uh, Not really. I know a few distant acquaintances from my undergraduate years, but just distant people.
And have you traveled outside your home country?
Yes, I have. I have been to Cyprus for vacation.
For what?
Vacation.
Okay. So this is what I think. Overall, I think you did well, but just that some of your answers, like you linger on one thing for too long. I don't know if you understand what I mean. If you
Mm,
can actually go straight to the point, and when I ask you why do you want to study the program, I feel like the flow is not. You don't really have a lot of time, and so the few seconds that you have to try and then stick to your story and tell it the way it should be told. Uh,
okay.
when I ask you, why do you want to study the program, you said so many things about your background. Meanwhile, you could have actually said those things in a line or two. The fact
Okay.
that you have a bachelor's degree in psychology, right? And then you
Yes.
currently work as an
And
administrator. I don't know,
I-
something like that. Yeah. But
yeah.
I don't think I heard anything about what exactly the program is going to achieve. Like what are those specific skills that you are going to learn from the program, and how are they going to help you in your
Uh,
future career? That is the thing I didn't hear from everything that you said.
oh, okay. I think I skipped
because
that part.
because it is always, I don't know if I didn't hear it well, but I think it's always important. Highlight your background, like you have a degree in psychology which relates to what you want to do, fine, but then what exactly are you going to learn from the program? How are those things that you're going to learn from the program going to shape your career? And the other thing too is I am not too sure about you coming back to work in your father's school. I mean, I don't know if I mean, it could work. I'm just wondering why somebody will come to the US and spend, you know 2 years to study a master's program and then go back to uh become an administrator, or I don't know, school counselor or something in a basic school. If it's a high
Yeah.
school, then it kind of one can understand. But if you are coming to pursue this degree, go back. I feel like you're not really going to make much from that. I don't know if it's worth it. If it's worth it. I know it's your dad's, school and all of that, but I don't know. So,
Mm,
is that where you currently work, or you work in a different school?
yes.
That's where you currently work.
No, I can't.
Sorry.
Yes, that's where I currently work.
Okay. I mean, if that's where you currently work, then that's fine. Okay. Okay. Yeah. I mean, overall, I think the fact that you have a scholarship means it's actually going to be straightforward for you. You don't really have to worry about a lot of things. Um, just that your answers can actually be shorter than you make them look, because you don't have time. They won't give you a lot of time. So if you can just go straight to the point, um, you know,
Okay.
like when I ask you
So
how do you get a scholarship, right? You said so many things. Meanwhile, all you were trying to say was the program you applied to didn't recommended you to a different department, and so you went
yeah.
through an interview process, and then they realized that you have something to contribute to
Okay.
their department or something, like, straightforward.
Mm,
But it
okay.
looks like you spend too much time on something, and you might not really get a time to explain all of these things. So try to craft your story in a short form if possible, so that so that as soon as you are given the chance, within 10 seconds you can say everything that you have to say about yourself or about the program. Okay.
Mm, mm,
So and yeah, and so you currently work as a school administrator for in your dad's school, right? When you
yeah.
return to are you a Ghanaian?
Yes, I'm a Ghanaian.
Okay, so when you return to Ghana after your program, what are you going to do? Which position are you going to uh hold?
I'm going to take up a position of a school counselor in the school. They don't have a school counselor at the moment.
So the administrator and the school counselor, which one is higher?
The school counselor is higher because the
Okay,
administrator is just a degree
okay,
kind of thing. But with the
okay.
school counselor,
Yeah, I just wanted to make sure it makes sense that, okay, fine. If that is the case, then It's all about how you explain yourself, and you have to sound as convincing as possible. Okay, so yeah, I wish you the best. I think it should be fine. Yeah,
Okay, thank you.
yeah. All right. Okay. This video is taken from my visa interview coaching masterclass, and there are more than 20 of these visa interview experiences of students that I came in contact with for different reasons. If you want to be fully ready for your visa interview, you have to enroll in this course. Subscribe to the channel if you are new here, and don't forget to give the video a like. It helps me bring you more of such amazing videos. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in my next video.